Hello and welcome to an autumn lace mini project. The weather's not very nice here today, but it's perfect weather for settling into some nice cozy autumn lace making. And I've come up with a little, as I say, mini project for you. So this is going to be a little scene, and I've planned out the scene here. It's to celebrate kind of the end of summer, moving into autumn. It's kind of a harvest scene that we're going to have some crops that have grown in the field, and trees, a cloud, a little bit of sunshine left, and a little curvy road. And I've kept the curves going with curved edges on this design because I quite like curved edge designs. So I've got it to this stage now when I'm putting down the cordon, and I will put links underneath to all the videos that you need about how to do the cordon and how to get up to the stage that you should be at the end of this video. So I'm not going to have, it's not going to be a very long series of videos. It might be just a couple of videos if I can fit it in. But the first stage of this, I'm going to show you now. So I've just zoomed in a bit to show you my drawing here. Here's the size. I've done this in centimeters, but I have approximate inches for it as well. So this is just a handy backing of the contact sheet that I'm actually using on this project. It's a shiny, sticky backed sheet that you put on top of your design to hold it down. These are for slightly more complicated drawings to transfer them on. So you can see that this little rectangle now is 5 centimeters by 4 centimeters in height. So that's about 2 by 1.5 inches if you're doing it in inches. You might come up with a design slightly different from mine. That's great if you want to do that. This is just to give you some ideas about a little image that we can try out this new stitch I'm going to show you on. I'm going to be using some of the stitches we learned already, but if you are only joining me on a video now, I'll give you the links back to where to learn those, okay? So I rounded off the corners. That's the first thing. Put in the rectangle, rounded off the corners, and then I came halfway down this to halfway line and drew a line across it to get the edge of the field. Did a couple of curves, one big curvy puffy shape that has a few curves in it for a tree on the left, a few curves for a line of trees or bushes in the middle, another curve off to the right hand side in the sky for a cloud, and then I did this sort of curvy shape for a road in the middle, and that's basically it. And to transfer that onto our double sheet of cotton, and again the earlier videos tell you why we do this on a double cotton tacked together. To transfer that, I've put it on this brown paper that shows up nicely against the white, and that paper is, it's a kind of a scrapbook, a very soft paper, and the scrapbook paper is very handy because if you do this bit on a tracing paper, you can then lay that down on your scrapbook paper and trace it with, I use one of these pens with the tiny top on it, but one that the ink has run out on. And because it's soft paper, it takes the line of it, and I just come along and draw it back in because I can see the line pressed into the paper. Then I cut it out, get my contact paper, peel this stuff off the back and stick it onto that. And then I'm ready to start doing the cordon. And I'm going to show you the route around the cordon. And again, the links are below to find the video that will show you how to lay down that cordon, how that's done. Now, one of the things you have to do when you're designing something is figure out what route the cordon takes, because the cordon is a doubled piece of thread. And ideally, if you could do your entire outline with one piece of thread, it'd be great. We can't always do that. The last project we did, we couldn't do it. But I have planned out here where my thread is going to go, and I have an A at the starting point. So I've made this part of the road the starting point for my cordon, and I've come up and sewed a couching stitch across that with a separate piece of thread coming through from the back. I've come up, sewed it up here, done my little trick that we learned how to do, splitting the thread when I got up to here, and with a single thread went up and brought it back down, went up to the line of the trees, back down to join up again with the other, and that makes it a double thread again, and continue on with the double thread up, around. Then I've come up to this point over here, gone in this way with the doubled thread, gone here around the line of trees, and come back out. I had to split up thread at different points in order to not have gaps. So that double thread was split here, for example, and I went up with a single thread, down with the single thread before I went along this bit. Then I did a little stitch there to just join the two securely, went up. This bit here for the cloud, I'm on a single thread again, if you can see. I'm on the way back though to make a double. So I split it up there. There's one half of the thread going up, another single thread over here, and then the turning point back down to double it. And then when I get to the edge, if the cloud can have an edge, I'm bringing the two threads back together and continuing around and going to meet up. I've drawn on the picture, I've drawn a little X wherever the stitches, the thread meets another thread, and you would do a little couching stitch across to hold those two together. So then I'm going to go over here, thread splits up again, I go over to this point in the trees, come back with the single thread, and that makes it a double. Back down here with the double thread, split it up again, single thread on the way back, and come back down all the way across, join with the little couching thread across, and finish off here. And the video that I'm linking to below is going to show you how to finish off things, and if you're not clear on how the cordon is done, that will make it clearer. So I'll come back when I have this finished and show you how it looks like when you finish that stage. So you've plenty of work to do on that before we start doing our stitches. I have planned out some of the stitches there, but I'll do that in the next video. And as I say, we're going to learn a new stitch there as well for our new little picture. Okay, so there's my little cordon all done now, and I'll just give you a closer shot of it. And you can see that I kept my couching stitches very close together, only about 2 millimeters width, because the cordon is kind of the scaffolding, isn't it, that holds the stitches up. And we'll start into the stitches then on the next video. Looking forward to that myself. See you there.